Another beautiful day in Perthshire, and we're back on the fields. We're on this field of Set Aside, which is where the old shooting range used to be in World War I and World War II. Produced loads of silver coins, literally more than 20 last year. I'm joined by Marty on the left and Paul on the right. They're about 20 minutes ahead of me, so I'll go and see if they've got anything, but I got my first signal and here it is. It is a little copper alloy stud and it's still got leather around it, so it's probably off of a horse harness or the sort of reins of a horse that would have probably ploughed the fields. Guess he's 1800s. So it's a start. Let's go and see what the boys have got. So find of the day so far for Paul, he's got this, which looks like it's lead and some sort of boss, maybe decorating a saddle or something. What else you got there, Paul? He's got a button type thing. What is that? No idea. Some sort of something. And he's got a part of a mortar. So that's the thread, screw-in thread plug off the bottom of a mortar, or possibly a small hand grenade. So yet again, more bits and bobs. Some militaria for Martin. That is a bullet casing for a 303, which was standard issue for the British Army, World War I and World War II. And a little button, which has got a little bit of writing on it. But I can't quite figure out what it says. Edge. Something. Not sure on that one, but it is a button. Not particularly old. 30, 40 years maybe. Pretty decent one here. Maybe not that great, but we'll give it a go. So initially sounded okay, but as you heard there, it wasn't the best. And it's a piece of coke, mineralised, and gives off a metal signal. So there was a second signal next to that bit of coke, and I suspect it's going to be a button. Looks too small to be a coin. Don't see a shank though. Let's give it a wee rub up and see what we get. There we go. It's definitely a button. You can just make out the hole in the middle where the shank would have been. So I don't know, 1900s. Not very old, but on to the next. This one sounds a bit better. Let's give it a go. Yeah, it's definitely in there. Right, we're in here somewhere. Don't see any obvious greenery. Let's break it open. Not in there. So we're in here. Still don't see anything. If I don't see a coin now, then I don't think it's going to be a coin. So we're in here. Yep. What's that there? That is it. It's a piece of something. Junk, I think. Let's give it a clean. Oh, it's not in very good condition, but it's actually part of a button. It's a domed button. Kind of straightened it out a little bit, but it's ready to fall apart. You can see it's got this little sort of nipple in the middle, and it looks like it's got a sort of flower decoration almost around it. So probably an old button. I'm guessing probably 1900s. This one nearly blown my ears off. Let's see what we get. So out the hole at this second attempt, and do you see what I see? Right there. And that is coin number 1 for me. Looks like a penny. There was a head. And that looks like Queen Victoria. Let's give it a wee clean up. See if we can get a date off it. So it's got a lovely patina to it. It's lovely in green. Victoria DG, De Gratia, by the grace of God. Queen of the Britons. Defender of the faith. And on the reverse, it looks like 1890, I think. Yep, pretty sure that's 1890. And it's 1 penny. So we're giving up on that last field, moved into this field that produced all the lead seals plus the silver coins, and that beautiful coin for Pete. Marty he's got his first find. It's a lead button, and it is for the hem of a lady's skirt to stop it blowing up. Probably dates to early 1900s or into the 1800s. One thing Martin can't go into a field without finding is a spoon. And this one is intact, be it a little bit bent. Can't see any signs of lettering on it. Probably going to be, I don't know, 40, 100 years old, something like that. Farmers eating their lunch, or farm workers eating their lunch in the field and then dropping their spoons. Another find for Martin, would you believe it? Lead seal number 144. We've got a date there, 1840, and as usual it's in Russian, so this is a flax seal. And Martin's got another signal, so let's stick around in case he's got another good one. He's out the hole and he's got a stone. He's got an ancient relic, which is also potentially a piece of junk. I'll give it a wee clean up just in case, but it doesn't look amazing, but you never know. There we go, it's had a little clean, and I don't think it's anything particularly exciting. Any ideas? Let us know. That's us. And it looks like a piece of tractor to me. Indeed it is. It's got a little hole in it. 2 and 2 minutes for Martin. It looks like another bit of a lead seal, a bit cruder, but just a couple of faint letters, but can't make anything out on it. Another alright one here. Does sound a bit coin-like, but who knows. Took me a bit of effort to find, but we've got another coin. Looks like it's going to be a George. Let's give it a clean up and see. I think I see Britannia there already. Looks like it might be in half decent condition. So it's cleaned up a reasonable bit. You can just make out Georg, Georgius, and he's looking to the right, which means it's either the first or the third. And I can tell by his large oversized nose and his quite large head that that is George the Third. George the Third, so 1760 through to 1820. And on the back we have the figure of Britannia with her trident and the shield. And I think it's a halfpenny. The date would be down here, you can see the line, but I can't make anything out. So a bit erratic this one, so I didn't film it. But it's very similar to what Paul got, which is, I think, a little threaded stud. And I think these are off the bottom of a mortar. We are very close to that World War I and II range, so if you know what these are, find quite a lot of them. Someone identified the bottom of the hand grenades for us, the Mills hand grenades, which are much bigger. But these smaller ones, what could these be? So we're out the hole on the first dig. Didn't sound amazing, but whatever it is in here. There it is there, look. That looks like a musket ball to me. And I think it is a musket ball. Oh no, it's not a musket ball. It looks like it's maybe a fishing weight. It's got a little attachment. Let's give it a clean up and see. That's a shame, it is indeed. It's not a musket ball. It's a lead weight for fishing. See that? That's fishing nylon still wrapped around it, so it's not very old. Well, it took me an eternity to find that on account of being so small. And it's another little button. I can't see any decoration, but on the back I can just make out glimmers of gold gilding. So it might be related to the other 3 or 4 that I got that look like they're from the same jacket. I'll check that when I get home. So another ropey one. Very difficult to find again, and it's part of a domed button. So it looks like probably Georgian or into the early Victorian period, so it's going to be early 1800s through to the 1900s. Well, I think this will be my last signal. Marty's in trouble, he's late. And here's hoping it's a good one. So I think this will be my last find of the day. Not sure, looks like part of a clockwork mechanism, but it's all corroded on the back. So here's Paul's finds of the day. Turned up 2 lead seals. This one 1824 in Russian again, a flax seal. And he's got a little bit later, 1894, but again it's in Russian. Oh, that's part of a mortar or a hand grenade. The fuse, I think. And likewise this bit we saw earlier on. His little thing. Star of the day, find of the day. A silver George V, 3p. 1918, the year the Great War ended. And then his funny big lead thing that I got one of 6 months or so ago. You can see it's been attached to something, probably a horse harness, and then a button, and I think we'll call that a washer. But not bad for a few hours baking in the sunshine. Let's see what let's see what Marty's got even. Here you go, son. Oh, he's got a George III as well. George III, that looks like a penny. You can just make him out facing the right. 111, Georgius 111. And Britannia on the back's looking good as well. That's going to date to 1760 through to 1820. And he's got another big coin here. Funny shape. I'm not sure about that one. It's got a bit of an irregular shape, but it looks like it's got an edge on it. It's just been battered about a bit, so I think that's probably going to be George as well, probably George III. And another coin, which also looks like it's going to be George III, probably a halfpenny. And he's got himself another Russian lead seal. Got a date on this one? 1830, 1840? 1840. And then half a one, or 3/4 of one. No date on it, but very clear writing. So if anyone out there speaks Russian, let us know what it means.